Good evening, and thank you for attending my talk tonight on how social media is beginning to affect us both emotionally and society in our world today. My name is Catherine McCombs, and I am a full-time student studying at Brigham Young University, Idaho, where I study in the communications department, focusing on public relations. Now, to begin this talk, I'd like to focus on two pictures that I was able to find on Google Images. The first is a father with his newborn holding a phone, and a mother playing with her toddler also on a phone. Now, as you look at these images, think of this question as we go on and as we talk more about social media. Is our use of social media having a more negative effect than we think? As I said, I'm a full-time student, but I was recently able to take time away from studying, and I moved to a different country where I didn't have access to social media for 18 months. When I moved back home and I was introduced back into the world of social media, I was kind of taken back to see how much it had changed and how dependent those around me and society had become to it. As we have seen time and time again, technology is only adapting. Social media and other forms of technology will never be completely gone. And as a society, we need to be aware of how this is affecting us both negatively and positively. This talk will focus more on the negative, just so we can see what it's actually doing to us and we can open our eyes just a little bit more. There must be some of you in the audience today who wonder why our youth are struggling so early on with depression and anxiety, or why our adults can't seem to maintain eye contact for long periods of time. Maybe why society's well-being has changed dramatically within the last 20 years, or maybe you yourself have noticed a small change in your everyday life. Whether you are pro or anti-social media, I plead with you to listen and try to understand what exactly our dependence on social media is doing to us. So when did this all change? According to BusinessInsider.com, in February of 2004, the world was introduced to one of the biggest social media platforms that we know today as Facebook. Within the first year of Facebook being active online, it had over 1 million users, and as of today, Facebook has 2.38 billion, including myself. From Facebook, the world has not plateaued with social media. They have steamrolled ahead with new companies, introducing Snapchat, Instagram, Tinder, Pinterest, and so many more. However, as a society, we have twisted them and actually created new sources of bullying and seeing unrealistic expectations that we're not able to compete with. This fact alone has caused many people to begin having self-doubt and self-image problems, causing more mental illness within our society. As I mentioned before, the emotional state that is being affected by social media use is one that we need to be paying attention to. Forbes.com released an article that focused on the mental aspect of social media use. They said, the more we use social media, the less happy we seem to be. We simply need to be more self-aware about how social media is affecting us emotionally. Now think back to the two images that I showed you at the beginning. A father holding a newborn looking at his phone, and a mother playing with her toddler looking at her phone. A study was conducted at the University of California in Irvine that mocked a child's need for their mother and father's attention and dependency. Dr. Tali Barham conducted the study and found, in her own words she says, what we are proposing is that there is a sensitive period in which maternal care needs to provide consistent patterns and sequences of behavior so the baby's brain can perceive them to develop normally. Emotionally, the predictability of maternal care seems to engage the pleasure system, and the pleasure system needs to be engaged so the neurons involved will fire together and then wire together. When a mother and father shift their focus to their social media, they can actually be altering their child's behavioral and emotional systems without even realizing. Barham also states, if mom is distracted by a call or a message alert and turns to the cell phone instead, then this pattern of growth gets broken and the crucial learning that should occur might not happen. Other studies have shown that such poor development of the pleasure system could contribute to mood disorders such as depression and anxiety. We can't escape what is happening. Not only are the addictions to social media affecting us emotionally, but they are also hurting our personal growth and even our financial well-being. Money Talk News states 55% of millennials say they fear missing out, and 57% have spent money they hadn't planned to spend because of what they saw on their social media feeds. Social media is hurting millennials and their understanding of finances, because I am even, what is the word I'm looking for? I have fallen into this trap, and I have bought something. And that's hurt me financially because it's taken money out of my bank account that I didn't need to be taken out. Our personal growth is also being stunted due to our human connection physically being taken away. This means we are losing social skills and becoming less reliant on ourselves and those around us. Screen time has been introduced in multiple different ways, whether from a parent or the actual device itself. The iPhone now has a feature that tracks your screen time every week, and at the end of the week on a Sunday, it alerts you with a percentage of how much you've increased or decreased in your screen time, and you can set it to see how much of your screen time you've focused on social media. Rewire.com says, according to a study by Brown Research Center and Bank of America, we are more likely to think about our phones when we wake up than about our significant others. That statement alone can make your heart drop. Screen time management may need to be taken more seriously. Today we have been able to see the emotional and societal disturbances social media is causing. The world is becoming unsocial, relying on social media, and it is hurting us in ways that we are allowing it to. The only way to fix the problems we are seeing is cutting back on screen time or making it less toxic. We need to be aware of how social media is beginning to affect us and our loved ones. I hope that this speech today has opened your eyes to social media and that you're able to assess your social media use better and see how you can either take some away or monitor your screen time to help you in the long run.
Oh, good job.